What's going on, guys? Trying my new gimbal here. I think it's called a gimbal. It's from DJI. It's like a tripod handheld selfie stick gimbal contraption here. Kind of neat. Anyways, it's been a day, guys. Woke up this morning, leaky pipe in the house. Long story short, I'm either gonna learn how to become a plumber or I'm gonna figure out how to make some money to pay someone to come replumb my house with PEX and stuff, get rid of the old 40-year-old copper stuff. That's two now in the last 6 months that I've had to have repaired. And man, we're gone so much. I can't afford to get a hole in a pipe and come home to a flooded house. So I have to figure that out pretty quick. Anyways, got the fire donk here. Washed her up this morning. We got a little benefit to go to tomorrow for one of Aiden's high school buddies. He got in a bad accident, and it's never a good deal. But anyways, got a little benefit for him tomorrow, a little cornhole tournament, and we're gonna cruise some of our rides up there and just have a good time. You know, it's cornhole, it's a tournament, which means you can win, and I'll have a lot better time if me and Sean win, but neither one of us are very good at it, and I'm definitely not, so we're probably not going to win, but still going to be a good time. But washed it up this morning, went and wired on the Mach 1 for a little bit today. That's a whole nother story that has been whipping my ass. But anyways, went over to Andre's, finally got the tune lined out on this thing. Been to the dyno a couple times, struggled. Changed out I've changed out everything. I changed out coils, plug wires, plugs, and none of that was it. So I finally put a set of injectors in it. Injectors seemed to cure one issue, and we found another issue. The TPS plug here, there was something going on in there. Andre helped me get it fixed up, and then we got this thing driving like it should again. So now though, this thing follows me. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna finish getting this thing cleaned up. I got it washed up, but now, you know, got a cart full of Jack's wax over there. Get some old murder shine out and get this thing shined up so it's good to cruise tomorrow. Been not really a slow week. I've had plenty to do over at the shop. We got a lot going on there right now, trying to get as many projects done as we can while we're home for a few weeks. Seen the video on the burnout truck. We got it swapped over to methanol. We've got another project that we went and picked up. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it yet as of the time that this video comes out. Let's see, I've been working on the Mach 1. Got some stuff to do to the white car before we hit the next speed promotions race with it. There's 3 races left for the championship, and I'd really like to win that championship again. So we're gonna lock in and do our best to go back to back on a championship. So we got to finish out these next 3 strong. No more going out first round. I would prefer not to do that, even if we weren't chasing a championship. So let's see what else we got going on. We're taking Blue to have some work done next week. Gonna get the E-gate rerouted on it so we have a little better boost control. Brandon can make that thing go faster at that point. Anyways, all that said and done, by the time I get home at night, I'm wore out. Just wore out a little bit. So I've got plenty to do here. I've got a lot to do to the S10. I've got a couple things I need to get done to ShopTruck, and let's just call it what it is. I've been lazy this week and haven't done it. So probably once we get done with the old cornhole tournament tomorrow, I'll come home, get the S10 off the lift, get ShopTruck up on the lift, and I'm gonna finish my anti-roll bar pretty soon on it. That's gonna be my next project on it, because then after that, it's dyno time. So anyways, I'm gonna get this thing shined up, get it ready to go to the cruise tomorrow. I don't know, it's really not a cruise, it's just gonna be me and Sean I think he's going to take the, oh yeah, the Scout. We've been working on a Scout over there too. Hopefully by the time that this video comes out, you'll have seen a video on a Scout. If not, just know that we made a video with the Scout, and it's just sick. So anyways, I'm going to get this thing shined up, get ready to head to Caden's Cornhole tournament tomorrow, and we'll show you how that goes. Yes, a little taste of vert weather. It was a nice day to put the top down on the fire donk and just go for a little cruise. We headed over to Caden's Benefit Cornhole Tournament, and man, it was just a good time. We didn't do good at all, none of us. We had 3 teams there, and all of us went out first round. We're just not cornholers, even though we do have our own cornhole boards and even sold our own cornhole bags at one point. Okay, I've been putting this off for way too long, and it's really the main thing that's kept me from racing ShopTruck. So I'm just gonna go ahead, rip the Band-Aid off, get it done. And our roll bar. I put it in there, sort of, kind of mocked up in place. It's just got a couple tack welds, but I can't really get to it because it's tight in there and the bed's in the way. So, get it up on the lift, get the bed off of it, weld this thing up. First though, I'm actually gonna take it off and I'm going to reposition it. The reason I need to reposition it, I can't get, so like I said, it's tight in there, so I can't really get a long enough rod to go from the anti-roll bar to the housing. So I'm actually going to rotate the anti-roll bar up to where it's closer to the bed. That way I can make the arms long enough to reach, or at least that's what I think I'm fixing to do. If not, I'm gonna have to take some parts to the machine shop, get some stuff in the mill and lathe down and what have you. So I don't know. I just need to get this thing up, get the bed off of it, and figure out exactly what I can do. Also, that's got to get fixed. Every morning I come out here, tire's flat, and I know what it is. So the valve stem on these, you kind of see it there. Close you can see, you can kind of see the rubber O-ring is like broke. That kind of seals this whole deal. So then you get this off, get that out of there and fix so it will hold air. And then look at this, I told y'all the S10 was leaking oil. Now it's all over the hood of ShopTruck. Ugh, I hate oil leaks, but I did get some stuff to fix that, so maybe next video of S10 will be showing you what I am gonna do there. So I'm gonna air this tire up, move some vehicles around, get ShopTruck up on the lift, and start pretending to be a fabricator. Okay, here's what we're working with. So getting the bed ready to come off. So the chute's got to come out. The airline for the chute's got to come out. The cable for the chute's got to come out. And then I got to get all the bed bolts out also. But here's the whole reason this is all happening. So don't laugh at my brackets here. I'm even worse with a grinder than I am a welder. So what's that? So had to try to make those brackets fit this inch and, I don't know if that's an 1.5 inches or 1 5/8 bar that I have running across here for my shock mounts. Anyways, so when I welded them on, it was very tight under here. Couple that with I don't really know what I'm doing, and these got tacked in the wrong spot. So what I'm gonna do now, or my plan is, once I get the bed off, I'm going to get these off of this bar, and then I'm going to rotate them up, I don't know, 1/2 inch or so, inch maybe, to where that arm, get this wire out of the way here, to where this arm here is more square with the link. You can kind of see how it's not square. Kind of looks like it in the video, but not really. So basically this arm, when I'm done here, will be more parallel instead of how it's kind of, you can see it running uphill towards my bed. So it's going to be more parallel with the bottom of the bed when I'm done here. And apparently that's how it should be instead of how I have it. Something to do with leverage and et cetera, and that is the way that people smarter than me told me to do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I got kind of a game plan here. I'm gonna get all the bed bolts loose, and then I'll back it off the lift, undo my fuel lines, and then my plan is I'm gonna lift the bed off with my lift. I don't know if it's gonna work. It should. In my head, it's gonna work great, but I don't know. So I'm gonna get the bed bolts out. We'll see what happens. I mean, it mostly worked like I thought it would. Just trying to come up cockeyed, so I added another strap there. Boom. Bed is off. Not too bad. Not too bad. So now I can get under here and make this all how I want it. Then I'm going to clean this up. I've been wanting to do this for a while, to be totally honest with you. God, I wish I had some sliders to put on it while I was here. That was easy enough though. If I need to do this again, I will. I wouldn't mind having a slider set up back here. I wouldn't mind having the, I think it's 417 Motorsports front hangers here, the adjustable ones. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna do this anti-roll bar after I get some sleep. So this is where I wanted to get tonight. Come back out here in the morning and get to cutting and grinding and welding, and then probably cutting and grinding and welding again, and see where we end up. All right, so we're back out here. Got this first tab ripped off. Gonna clean everything up and get this thing tacked in place, and then move on to the next one, and then the other two, and see what we come up with here on getting this anti-roll bar finished up. Okay, well, the anti-roll bar is on, like welded up. I'm not super crazy about my homemade tabs there, but they're on, they're welded, they should hold, you know, until they don't. I'll keep an eye on them. You know, first couple times I take it out, I will bring it home, check everything out, make sure it's not cracked or ripping off or whatever. But I'm gonna try it as is. If it needs replacing, we'll get the bed off, we'll replace it. So right now I am making my links. Pretty terrible looking, but they will get the job done. Ran out of gas and kind of messed up a big spot in a hurry. But anyways, that's where I'm at, making links here, about to weld the tabs to the housing for this first side. Then I'll go over, make the passenger side, and then I don't know, pretty close to putting this thing back together, putting a bed on it, and seeing what we come up with here. A grinder and paint makes me the welder I ain't, right? We are all done. I'm painting my other link outside there. Got all the tabs welded on. We should be good to go. So, I guess I'll start putting everything back together. I did rip out a wire for my drive shaft sensor, so I got to fix that real quick. But other than that, it's time to go back together with this deal. All right, bed's back on there. Old bin pack, more than useful for just lifting vehicles in the air, man. It made that bed removal a snap, man. Highly recommend, if you got to lift. If you don't, get 3 or 4 buddies over. Can't get that strap off. Get 3 or 4 buddies over here. There's 8 bolts. Hold this thing on. Zip them out of there, probably an 18 millimeter. Get those bolts out of there, get 3 or 4 buddies, lift this bed up over, and boom, you got your access if you need to do your fuel pump or whatever it may be that you're removing your bed for. So, golly, I got to get this thing clean. I'm not going to be able to finish this thing tonight. It's kind of late. I have to wake up early in the morning. I got to take Blue to the chassis shop to get some stuff done on the cold piping, so having the wastegate adjusted. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, hook the fuel line up. I will grab some E85 tomorrow whenever I get back from Missouri, and I'll fire this thing up, get it up on a lift, finish everything underneath, and show you how we're gonna set this anti-roll bar up initially. And then, man, we're almost done. So close to making passes in this thing. Okay, we got this thing back on the lift, and now we're going to set the anti-roll bar the only way I know how. So, got Mallory in the truck plus quite a bit of weight to equal my body weight. And then I've got 5 gallons of fuel in the fuel cell. So it's a 15-gallon fuel cell. We're going to say the fuel weighs 8 pounds a gallon. So I added another 80-ish pounds in the bed to simulate the rest of the fuel. So now I'm going to get this thing up, and we're going to try to set these anti-roll bar links to neutral. So we'll see what we end up with here. All right, guys, I think this is going to work. So we've got the passenger side neutraled, and now just want to make sure that we're neutral here on the driver's side, and it appears that we would be. And that's it. So now, what is an anti-roll bar for exactly in drag racing? Okay, so what the anti-roll bar does is basically, in short, it just keeps this thing square whenever you launch. So if you've seen pictures of my truck leaving, it leaves good. However, it rolls, body roll, right? So the anti-roll bar keeps that from happening. Are you familiar with the G-body shuffle maybe. The A-body boogie. So when you see those cars leave with no anti-roll bar, I mean, they just twist all up, right? Passenger side hunkers way down, driver side comes way up, and it looks cool. Makes for a cool saying, you know, G-body shuffle is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. The A-body boogie's right there with it. But if you can keep this square, you can apply more power evenly to both tires. So, you know, when this thing leaves without an anti-roll bar, it's providing all kinds of traction to the passenger side tire. And not necessarily that the driver's side isn't hooking, but you're not driving both tires the same. And that's what the anti-roll bar is going to help me do. So was it 100% necessary? Probably not. Moving forward, probably as I keep adding power to this thing, as I keep trying to go faster, yes, it's needed. So it was one of those things. I was here, why not? So went ahead and did it, and I've got it now. It's done. It's in there. It's set up how it's supposed to be. I may have to change it, like I said, as I start adding some ballast to the back of the truck for, you know, maybe the street or a backwards track or a real no prep or something like that. I may have to adjust those links a little bit, but not much. They are set. Truck should launch nice and clean now. So that will lead me to the end of this video. That's it for this video. The anti-roll bar is done. Everything's done on the truck. Like, it's put together. It's ready. The next video on ShopTruck will be at the dyno. Andre at Able will be squaring away my e-gates. Once they're dialed in, it's time to get some testing in. Armageddon is right around the corner. I missed last Armageddon because I had the truck tore apart, and I would really like to not miss this one. So I've got about a month to make this happen. And that's going to shorten up pretty quick because I've got the rest of this week. I'm pretty busy at the shop. Next week, we're on our way to Spokane. Then the following week after that, we're headed to Mission. And then we'll be home for a week so I could get something done there. And then it's Michigan with the Pro Mod. And then after that is Armageddon. So I can make it happen. But that's it for this video. The anti-roll bar's in. Appreciate you watching it. If you don't remember, the anti-roll bar did come from Tin Soldier. I have actually messed up a couple of... They send plenty of tubing to make everything for this. I have messed up a couple times. I've had to order some new tube ends with 3/8 heims. I get those on Amazon. They're fairly cheap. And I'm pretty sure they're the same thing. They may not be. I don't know. I hate to speak out of line there. They look the same. They're doing the same purpose. Nice pieces. Anyways, trying to think. I think that's going to do it, though, guys. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Share the channel. Help me grow this deal, guys. I appreciate everyone that's been watching. And hopefully continue to watch as I progress with this truck, progress with the S10. Might bring another project in here pretty soon. You guys do know the project. You've seen it before if you watched the 187 Customs channel. More on that. More on that soon. So I will be bringing another project in here, and I'll have some help on it. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, guys, again, share the channel with your buddies. Check out my website. Get some merch. Every little bit helps, guys. I appreciate everything. Phantom405.com. Go over there, check it out, get something ordered up, and I will see you on the next video, guys.